Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively. I am putting my phone in the holder, trying to make sure I'm facing all the proper directions. But I'm here. How are you? I am showing the, here it is. Sophisticated Sled. It's an online exclusive. So this is the one we're going to do today. I've done a couple of things with it. If you look back at the videos, I did a door card with the wreath. It's one of the online exclusives. So what we're making today is this one. Let's decorate the season with happiness. And so this slides out. And then this opens. Okay, so let me show you how I put that together. So the DSP that I used, it's one of my favorites, and it's a carryover from last year. So this carried over from last year. It's called Winter Meadow, and I've used it a ton. In fact, I used it for my door card that I did. And it's one of my favorites. I just love the colors. It's got such pretty colors in it. So what we're going to do is I have cut 4 1/4, this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I used blueberry bushel and just went a smidge bigger, just a smidge. So let's put this together. It's hot in Indiana today. I don't know where you're watching from, but it's hot here. So I'm gonna lay this like this, and then I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna use my cutter, and I'm gonna go from corner to corner, okay? I'm gonna lay it in here, hold it in place. Sometimes things shift. Okay, so now I have from corner to corner, and that's the DSP on blueberry bushel. Did I tell you that color? Then I've used the garden green. So I've done the garden green. I originally cut it this way, which I can do, but then I cut this one, so when this pulled out, it opened this way. For some reason, that made more sense to me than opening the other directions. It was kind of, I don't know. It's just, I couldn't decide whether, when I put this on, whether I wanted this to stay down or this to stay down. So that's why I cut it different. So this is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. So I'm going to fold this one in half. And then from experience, I will tell you that if you just kind of lay these here, you can remember which corner to which corner. I mean, I may have cut one the wrong way. So I want to go from the seam side to the outer corner. And then again, sometimes I just kind of struggle about which one I want to put, which one I want to stick down. So obviously this one's going to stick down. If I cut it this, yeah. It's not as much as a question as the other fold. This other fold, I felt like I had too many options. Okay, so now I have a choice. I can either, if I put this down here without adding the green, I just have to make sure that I can get that other card in here. So I don't want to seal this part down. So I just need to go around the outside edges, and then I end up with this extra green. So for me, this is a little bit skinnier than the seal, So I used this to stick it down because it's just a little bit skiddier. And sometimes the seal just gets a little bit, I didn't want the extra card to stick in there and get tape on it. Do you like the online exclusives? I really like the release of these. I've really enjoyed them. They've been easy to work with. The Changing Leaves is one of my favorites. And I like this sled. I haven't used the ice skates yet. I've used the wreath. Ooh, I need to put, maybe I could put a cardinal in here. I got a new thing. My mom is in memory care, and so I have a new app on my phone. I got a bird feeder. She always loved watching the birds. So now I got one of those bird feeders with a camera, and she can watch the birds. And so when I go in to see her, I show her the birds. She likes it. Because she doesn't get to see them like she used to, so I like showing her the birds. Sometimes if I go back and forth, it's gonna lay a little bit flatter. I like to really kind of break down those fibers. So maybe I'll put a cardinal on here. I mean, why not? Oh, Susan. I have a fall stamp-a-stack this weekend. I've been making all kinds of things. So now this opens this way, and it doesn't seem as awkward to me as that other fold. So now we're gonna make this card that tucks in here. So this is 2 3/4 by just 8 1/2, and I just folded it in half. And this is 4 by 2 1/2. Okay. So I'm gonna seal this on here. And now I have my cute little pocket card. And this is perfect. What this is really perfect for is a gift card. Like just attach a gift card here. And one of the ladies has been real good to Mama, and I got her a gift card. And this would be this fold would be perfect to attach a gift card, because it's like you could stick it in the pocket and you wouldn't have to worry about losing it. Okay, so this one, I stamped the sled in basic gray and then colored it with my blends. I'm gonna do it in the Memento. I wanna see if I like that sled a little darker. I'm not very good at making my cards exactly the same, so sometimes I need them to see if I like them better a different way. Here, there's that pretty wreath. Oh, I don't love the way that's stamped. I think there's a hair on there. There is. So there's always 2 sides to our paper, right? That gives me a chance to do it again. I like that one much better. Here's the sled. There's a lot of dies in this set, and I went back and forth of how I was going to do the sled. And this will probably be a camp card, just because I like the fold. So here's some of the dies. Oh, there's that extra wreath I made. So there's some wood grain for the sled. There's skates. This is part of the sled, but it also looks like a church window. This hangs up the sled. There's the birds. There's some little greenery. Let's punch out that greenery. See if I can get it out of here. For some reason, this is really stuck in here. I'm gonna have to work on it when I'm not on camera. But let's see about this. Come on, friend. Sometimes the tape they put on this stuff is like super glue. Geez, there. With a lot of effort that came out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some greenery out of this piece of garden green we didn't use. Okay, so let's color these guys. So I'm going to color, I'm going to do the slats, these slats, in the dark smoky slate. And then after I finish this today, friends, I've got so much cleanup to do. I feel like we had grandkids over the weekend. We had them Friday night, part of Saturday, and then yesterday we celebrated Dad's 82nd birthday, and so they were back over here again. So Gimmy's behind on her chores. I got cleanup to do. Okay, so that's dark smoky slate. And then I wanted to use this is the light gray granite. And I'm gonna go this way with that. I'm gonna kind of go over these a little bit. So it looks kind of like a weathered wood, which is, I have an old sled that was ours when we grew up, and it is definitely weathered wood. And then here, I used the light moody mauve for my berries. Very seldom do we get a DSP that's a carryover, and this one's a carryover, and I like it. Then I'm going to use the dark granny apple. Well, that's kind of a smashed end. We're going to go with this end. How do those ends of our blends get smashed so easily? Sure feel like they do, don't they? At least mine do, but lucky for me, I know where I can get more. Here's a light granny apple. If you are in this group, this online exclusive group, please make sure you post your pictures. We want to see what you do too. It's not just about what we do. Show us your pictures. We love seeing what you do. There's so many great ideas out there. This is the dark blueberry bushel. Here's the light blueberry bushel. Okay. Now I've got my mini boss, and we're going to run all this through my mini boss. I mean, that's kind of like the grandkids. They're a bunch of mini bosses. That is for sure. Some are bossier than others. The girls played really well together. So the girls that were here yesterday, there are two 6-year-olds, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And holy smokes, they were funny. They played doctor, and the 2-year-old was the receptionist. And you had to hand her your papers when you checked in. And the 3-year-old was the injured one. They found our daughter's crutches, and she was injured. She broke her arm and both legs. And that was Winona. Sloan was the receptionist. Amelia and Willow were both nurses, and Pappy was the doctor. And he has a shirt. We made him doctor and nurse shirts, and they have more paperwork, more little cut pieces of paper. Dude, they are funny little things. So there's my sled. And now we're going to cut out the bow. And then you'll have to tell me which card you like better. If you don't know who I am, I'm stampcreatively.com. You can find me, you can subscribe to my email, all that kind of stuff. I've got an email I've got to send today. Okay, so here we go. This is the first one that I did. And now we're going to assemble this one. And it's only just going to be a little bit different. I'm going to seal down my sled. Then I've got this greenery that I did this time. Out of that scrap. And I could do probably another one if we decide we like this one better. So there's the greenery that's the same color as the background. And then when I do something like this where I want it a little bit dimensional, a lot of times I will put a little adhesive on one end and a dimensional on the other end so that it sticks down. Oh, I kind of like it with the green behind it. Who knew? I may have to make the other one with green behind it. Preference? I mean, I kind of like that green, that garden green back there. And then I used the Opal Rounds Assortments, Night of Navy, Daffodil, and White. Even though it's not the bright blue, I thought these were pretty on there. And the reason I used them is there's kind of like a blueberry up there. And I liked it. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. I'll be back next week. Monday is Facebook Live Day, so I'll be back next Monday. I mean, who doesn't love a good gem? Thanks for joining me. Gosh, I hope you have a great day. And I will be live again soon. All right, have a good one. Oh, the words. Here's the words. I'll put the words in there. Let's decorate the season with happiness. I mean, that's good. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.